All right, well, we'll start from the obvious point then. Although this is very much, it seems to be a visual bit, which is
Oh, aye. Yeah,
never
it's
the
definitely
best way to start any sort of audio
audio
based.
medium.
Yeah, yeah,
Ah,
yeah. So
that is
go on.
fine.
What's in this fucking
Have we
suitcase?
started? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right, sound. Well, I thought this might
Before,
be nice to something that we could probably do on the Patreon on
oh,
patreon.com/truth
but hang on.
seeking.
Before you reveal this, because I didn't focus, so I haven't seen anything anyway.
Oh,
What did you just reveal to me that this has all come out of?
Oh, briefcase, mate. I've had it for months, and I've not told you about it in a message or showed you any pictures from it because I've been saving it for an episode. And for the past 4 or 5 episodes, I've had it next to me, forgetting to open it. I've got the sequence of numbers you need written down all over the place. I bought it from auction with a dead rabbit ages ago.
They're not like 4, 8, 16, 20. Basically, the numbers from
No,
Lost,
it's
are
not
they?
like Black Ops.
No,
No,
it's
no.
Lost. It's
Oh,
fucking
wait, go on. What are the numbers?
uh
Four,
4,
eight.
8,
No,
16,
no, no,
23.
no.
All right, well, I think we're good.
23 is a number though that gets thrown around in conspiracy. But go on. What
That's
are the
because
others?
of Discordianism.
What's
It's
that then?
so Discordianism sort of like a, I don't want to say a pseudo. Is it a pseudo religion? A little bit, a quasi religion. Basically, like they started by, if I'm not wrong, Robert Anton Wilson, who wrote the Illuminatus Chronicles or the
Mm.
Illuminatus trilogy, which is where a lot of fucking conspiracy theories get their roots from. It was basically a satirical piece, like a trio of books, that talked about conspiracy and about like New World Order and all this shit, tongue in cheek, like. But then loads of conspiracies, people were like, "Oh, this shit's all serious," and that's where loads of conspiracies have their roots. But they were also involved in Discordianism, which is basically like chaos, like worshipping chaos, but not in a
Okay.
negative way. Like being like the world's chaotic, you just embrace it, and like all their mantras and their doctrine was like all real like funny as fuck, tongue in cheek shit. It's
Like the
well worth.
Monster Raving Loony Party, but of
But
religions.
yeah, or flying. Do you know like the flying
Flying
spaghetti
Spaghetti
monster? But
Monster. Yeah.
this was the OG, like very
Oh.
much worth a look into. Like
Still when it was the dough.
yeah, 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 yeah. I'm
The
trying.
barely hovering dough monster.
Who is it? Who is it? They fucking
Cookie Monster.
praise. Oh, it's who is it? They fucking praise.
Keith Chegwin.
But that
Andy
would
Peters.
it would make a lot of sense. Andy Peters would make a lot of sense. It is mad. There's a bloke on Lost who looks a bit like Andy Peters.
He gets
And
everywhere.
yeah, this is what I was thinking. It just feeds in because the thing is, we're lost for anyone that is listening for the first time. Lost is the continuing theme throughout this last few. Fucking hell, what happened there? You all right?
Yeah, he just closed on me.
Oh, right. It doesn't want you
It's
to
got one of them sort of hinges that snap shut.
doesn't
So
want you to
trying not
reveal its
to.
secrets.
No, definitely.
Yeah, Lost is a running theory on the show now. And I was thinking from all the conspiracies that are contained within Lost, it would have tripped us out if they'd included like one of ours, but years before we'd even had the capacity to
Yeah,
think
yeah.
about like creating it. Oh, it's a religion devoted to Eris, the Greek goddess of strife and discord.
Oh,
Basically, the idea of both order and disorder are illusions imposed on the universe by the human nervous system, and neither of these illusions are more apparent order and disorder is any more accurate or objectively true than the other.
right.
It's like it's almost an entire opposition to regular religion.
Yeah, like we believe nothing, but we believe everything.
But that's where fucking this constant use of the 23 comes from.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I've been writing the numbers for this briefcase everywhere, just in case I lose one slip of paper. It's saved on my phone. It's written on a window at work. It's on a piece of paper in here. It's everywhere.
I've told you about the lad that did that during an acid trip, haven't I?
No, go on.
So, this is fucking.
I like what we're
So,
doing here. It's a
this is a-
tease for the listener.
yeah,
We're
yeah,
never going to get to the briefcase.
This is going to be like
It's just that
6
there is no briefcase, guys.
No, there's definitely. I
It's the
haven't
Pulp
known about
Fiction
it.
of podcasts.
I haven't known about it until this episode. But there is an actual physical briefcase. I can confirm that. So we'd been at a rave. We went back to our mate's house. It's the same one. It's the same night that me and my pal were chucking coins at prostitutes off the balcony. I know I've mentioned this bit before. Yeah, I've mentioned this bit before. Well, that same night, where there was a lad who never should take psychedelics. Like, he was bad enough when he was on pills and that. He would always be the one, like, pranging out a bit or talking to himself or, like, just doing just shit where you didn't, like, you had to babysit him and no one should have to do that on a session. And a very fractured mind. A fractured mind that psychedelics were never going to bring together. They were only going to crack further.
My mate sung around with a lad like that. I never met him, but they bought him a motorbike helmet for on nights out because he'd just collapse. And it got to a point where the clubs and that would let him in with it because they were like, look, he's going to crack his head open. Let him wear this. And I think they made out that he was like mentally, not quite. Right. It wasn't like a full on visor one. It was don't know, maybe resembled more of like a wrestling helmet, but
two of them just went up to the bouncers like before every club they went in. Sorry, mate. He thinks he's Michael Schumacher.
Yeah, he's
you don't want
gone in the head. He's got the same brain capacity as him now as well. Yeah. He thinks he's modern day Michael Schumacher.
That's why he keeps falling over. He's trying to recreate the accident.
Trying to remember how to walk.
But so this lad, the fractured soul, I think he then went on to make quite a bit of money scamming Amazon. By like,
oh, nice.
Yeah, by like buying expensive items and then
saying it's not arrived and getting a second one.
No, doing the opposite and pretending to return them and claiming a refund. And apparently these packages would never get checked. Like, a lot of packages would never get checked. Just the box would get scanned and then you get the refund. So he would do that with fucking MacBooks and shit. I hope we haven't dropped him in any serious. I haven't given his name.
We've not said his name. No.
That's fine.
You'd have to be a relatively good copper to work this out so far.
Yeah. It's not that high level crime. It's Amazon.
Seasoned.
About it.
Yeah.
Ooh, flavoursome. Flavoursome copper. Well, anyway, this mad cunt took acid with us. And the flat we were in, it was like in the building, the courtyard downstairs, you needed just needed a code to get out. You know what I mean? Regular thing.
Yeah.
Keypad code.
Yeah. And, I'm with you. Of all the things you've ever tried to explain to me, that's a weird one to get hung up on for even a second.
Just to be sure, mate, you never can be too sure with you. So he became obsessed with getting out. Like, he was like, should we go out? Should we go outside? Should we go walking about? And we were like, no, we shouldn't go walking about outside because like it's 5 a.m. in the morning in Sunderland. We're all on acid. No one wants to see us, and we, in all honesty, don't want to see anyone else. We are safe here. Everyone else is safe from us here. We should stay here. And then he started thinking we were keeping him prisoner.
Yes.
Yeah, mate. So he tried to escape a couple of times, and he got down to the courtyard downstairs, and he could never get out the gate. So we had to. I mean, mate used to live on like the fucking 6th floor or something. So when I'm saying we had to bring him up and down a few times, we didn't use a lift. He was running up and down stairs, and it's quite a nice apartment building. So it was like 6 flight of fucking stairs every time, carpeted stairs. So it was nice on the feet, but like still a bastard. At like 6 a.m. in the morning.
And the neighbours don't want this either.
No.
How many of you are running around as well? And what are you shouting? How loud are you shouting?
Well, I understand the severity of the situation. Being someone that's like not only tripped many times, but also been in some fucking sticky situations when I've been tripping like many times. It's some people just have their wits, and you're like, we can't make noise, we can't create a disturbance, we definitely can't do anything that would bring the police to the door. What we really can't have is to make it seem to an entire building that we have a prisoner trying to escape.
No, that's either or. Somewhere in the middle we want.
But so he's done this several times, and both like the every time he's got the bottom, he hasn't been able to get past the key card. And a fucking weak little thing was never going to scale the fence. So, like, that was out of the question. We didn't have to think about that. And he started asking us for the fucking key, like the key code. And obviously people weren't telling him. And then he asked his flatmate, who'd, like, just got up to go for a piss. Wasn't with us through the night. His mate was just asleep in bed. Got up to go for a piss. This lad asked him for the fucking key code. Now this is all hell's brought loose because he's got an extra level of escapism. Like there's something else.
Inside man.
Yeah. He's been fed information by an informant, and now like his escape is like one step closer. And he tries getting out a few more times. We lock the door at one point. Yeah, this is fair. Probably a bad idea on our part. We just shut him in the bedroom to try and get some sleep. Yeah, that didn't work. That just angered him further and made him think that we were really taking him prisoner. I think at that point we were slightly, but for his own good and for everyone's good.
It wasn't like a cruel game.
And for our peace of mind, because it was like ruining the drugs a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And anyway, he comes back in the front room, all like coy and like sound like a switch had flipped. Too happy. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Putting on a front.
It's like, oh, everything. Yeah, how you doing, lads? You all sound? Yeah, you're all right. And like, he had a button shirt on.
What's that key card number?
Yeah. Well, like that. But he had a button shirt on. He had a couple of buttons undone. And I could see, like, something on his chest, right?
He wrote the number.
He fucking
in a permanent marker.
Yeah. He'd written the fucking
like Jim Carrey.
Yeah, swear down, mate. He'd written the keypad number across his fucking chest in like easy like size 96 font.
I hope the number was something like 6898, and then he's written it on his chest, so he's reading it upside down and always getting it wrong when he's putting it in the machine. And he just thinks his flatmates lied to him. He's like, I'm gonna fucking burn the fucking house down.
It was simultaneously the most annoying and most entertaining thing that's ever happened to me on a trip. Because on one hand, I was like, this cunt is a real problem and he's fucking ruining my buzz. But on the other hand, like, we're watching a man's mind break in front of us, and I've never seen this before. This is fucking class.
I remember when my mind pretty much broke when I took too much Mandy, and everything went into black and white and looked like cartoon world. And I was like, oh, this is terrifying. And I was so scared. So scared. And I thought I know what's going to fix this. I need to smoke more and drink more. So I'll have a couple more beers and a couple more joints, and then just so much worse. I wouldn't let my mates touch me. I was just sitting there, and I started accusing them all of making me live in a TV show, and that they'd all been rehearsing everything that they're saying around me, and that none of them were real, and that what they were saying wasn't a natural thing to be saying to me. They were all saying things, and I was saying, I've heard you outside of the gazebo talking and rehearsing what you're going to say. I remember that's the bit I remember vividly, but it was quite a long night for me.
I like that. I like that a lot. That was good. If you're gonna counteract Mandy or psychedelics, the only thing to do that with is fucking downers. Like, Valium is your friend on that. And then if
didn't have any of that.
And if you're gonna counteract any sort of like downer, like booze or anything like that, cocaine. Some things just have
didn't have any of that either. Yeah.
There's some things that just have a medical
like a colour
application.
chart.
Yeah, it's not even like those two things you do, like. I wouldn't exactly take for a buzz, but like they have a very medicinal quality. If you're taking other things for a buzz, do you know what I mean? It's more of a necessity, like a fucking pack of paracetamol than out else. Like that day, we couldn't have got 2 Valium into that lad quick enough. So be like,
just trying to throw him in his mouth from across the room.
Just be like, the keypad code is in the inside of these tablets and can only be read by your stomach lining. Off you go.
You're just all there mouthing the numbers, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Say 4 really slowly. It's 4, 4. Say it with me, 4, 4. Every time he's opening his mouth, you're trying to get him
in. I don't think any of this has got anything to do with conspiracy.
Fucking briefcase does though. So, right, rule book, manual of instruction, ceremony lectures for the Grand Lodge of England for the Royal Antediluvian Order of the Buffaloes. Yeah.
Is this like a Masonic briefcase?
Yeah, man.
Mate, what episode are we on here? Like 52 fucking... Are we on 51, 52?
52, 53.
And we finally got some
to the briefcase. Yeah.
You've actually brought us some
Oh mate, I've
some
had this for
evidence.
like 6 months. Yeah, yeah. It's just been
What the fuck?
honestly every time I do the episode, it's there next to me. I've even written down on some of the pages briefcase with an arrow to the right, and I just don't get to it, or I forget about it completely and get
See,
distracted by
this is
whatever
it.
else is going on.
When you talk about like conspiracies and like secret societies and all this shit, like this is why loads of them like can't work. Like but they have to be so fine tuned in that. But there's so many people like me and you who would just leave the launch codes lying around and keep forgetting to hide them, or fucking leave the entrails of the dead baby out on the kitchen table, and then the fucking cleaner comes in before you've had a chance to throw them in the fire.
And then you leave the cleaner's entrails on the side, and the policeman sees it, and it's just a snowball
It's
effect.
just a massive issue, and then basically you end up with the president's entrails all over the place.
Yeah, and a very empty town. You're doing every job all of a sudden. You're the butcher, the fishmonger, the tailor, the guy that stocks the shelves in Tesco, delivery driver. So it's a very empty town for a few hours a day.
Speaking of butchers, weird relation, weird little tangent. I went to the Shard yesterday, which
As
is
in the big building.
the building. It's the highest building in Eastern Europe. Eastern Europe? Western
West
Europe.
Europe.
Western
Is it? I
Europe.
didn't know that.
It is, right? One thing, well, I'll do the butcher thing first. The thing that made us think of that is we went up to the landing deck. Nothing landed.
Is that where
on
you can jump off?
the viewing deck? Yeah, the slash diving platform.
Yeah.
That bit. It's astroturfed, which is mad because this building's like had millions spent on it. It's like the fucking 20 quid a drink in the bar at the top and that, and yet it's astroturf on the fucking viewing platform.
Not much would grow up there though.
This is I suppose this
Really,
is true.
with the winds and that, and
I suppose. Nice bit of like.
and it wouldn't look.
Everest
You wouldn't
grass.
want to. No one would want to go there on their day off either. Like they're spending all the a week's wage on going there, treating the missus or treating the other half or whatever, and you see some guy up there with a rollie in his mouth cutting the grass.
I'd love that.
It would detract from
I
it.
would.
Though,
I
wouldn't it,
would.
for most.
I'd love that. If there was some just
Ah.
bloke with a hedge trimmer, like a fucking grass trimmer, just you are hundreds of feet in the sky, and you're still just getting hit with like loose bits of grass to the face.
Yeah, and
Still
you're like,
sneezing
oh,
from
how've
hay
they got
fever.
that smell up here?
Well, this
Oh,
is what
it's
I'm coming
lovely.
to. This is why that would be beneficial, because I went all the way to the top. We went out on the fucking viewing deck, and all I could smell was raw pork.
Oh,
So either
that's a weird smell.
there's two possible options here.
Raw pork,
The atmosphere smells of pig,
maybe.
or the more likely option is that the restaurant's located right below the viewing platform, and it was prep time, and there were just genuine loads of raw pig just coming.
You'd
into the
have to
restaurant.
have a lot of pork though to be able to smell the pork.
I don't think
Because
so.
out of most meats, I don't think pork has that strong of a smell.
I would disagree.
You
I'd
can
say
smell
pork.
you can smell beef, you can smell chicken.
You
you
can
can-
smell
but
pork. Are you
pork,
mental? Are you nose blind when it comes to pork?
Maybe, but even me, I butchering for years, man. I wouldn't say that. I don't think I could even go. Is that pork?
Really?
I don't think so.
See, that's the opposite with me. Pork's one of the most
But maybe I
noticeable
was
ones for me.
so used to it. Maybe I
Just
couldn't.
pig blind.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, I reckon the vents from the kitchen, the extraction comes up through the fucking viewing platform, and that's
That's
what
a
it
bad
was.
design thing.
It's
Or
a
it's
very bad
genius
design.
though. It could be genius because when they're cooking, everyone's up
That's
there
it.
going
That's it, mate.
crackling. Oh, I'd love a dinner, Should we get
Just-
some food while we're here?
Yeah, it's that sort of crack. But whilst we're on the Shard, before we go back to your briefcase, most autistic response to the day out was my favourite part of my trip to the Shard was the lift.
Aye.
Yeah.
What make of lift was it? I recently met someone that used to sell lifts. He filmed me for a few days and we spoke about lifts a few times.
I bet his job's full of ups and downs.
I used that on him. I think I said it whenever he brought up the lifts.
Good. There's two lifts. So there's like 68 floors you go up, and then the last three you walk up on stairs. The first one goes up 33 floors, and the second one goes up the remaining 35.
Yeah.
Both
Getting 33 in there is suspicious though.
in it.
for the largest building in Western Europe to chuck in a 33-floored lift. That's very conspiratorial.
Well, anyway, both of them do it in about 10 seconds.
He doesn't like the numbers. See how he moves away from them now.
But I've got the briefcase.
Yeah.
But he can't today because I've brought proof. No, it was literally the fact that like Jamie asked us what my favourite part of the trip was, and it was that we went up 33 and then 30.
Definitely the lift.
Yeah, in 10 seconds each time, man. And like they had like mad LED screens all around the lift with like tessellating shapes.
You're just overstimulated in the lift.
It was like
this is amazing.
Yeah. So imagine this dream for the Spectrum mind, a sensory room combined with something mechanical.
Yeah.
That works well.
Sensory room.
Yeah. That works
functions.
Right. That functions correctly.
And then afterwards you get to go up a flight of stairs as well, which I don't know about you. I quite like that.
I like it.
But I think I've always enjoyed going up a flight of stairs, though. I've always liked it, even through when I used to be a baghead and I'd be getting panicky that there was a demon following me up the stairs on all fours most nights. That even then I'd be like, it's still mint though that I'm going up the stairs. There was always that little bit in my head just keeping hold of that for me.
Right. Yeah, whatever works for you, mate.
Yeah.
Should we go back to the safety of this briefcase?
Can do. So it's a rule book, this one. So we got this rule book here, which has got fucking all sorts in. I'll be honest, a lot of it seems to be about raising money and getting money and the movement of money from what I've read of it. But then
it's almost like it's just another pyramid scheme, isn't it?
Yeah, well, you get that sort of a feel from it because you've got to buy certain regalia. So as you can see here, is some form of pinny.
It is fucking Tupperware for blokes, man. That's all the Masons is. Yeah. The Masons is just Tupperware for blokes.
These really tacky tassels here. So for the listener, what we've got here is a lovely book bag in a light blue with that Jimmy can't even see because of the blur on my camera. Yeah. So just give me a second because this is no fun for anybody.
It looks like an envelope on a belt. It looks like a giant envelope on a belt.
Yeah, that's not far off. So there you go. Now you can see it a bit clearer.
Yeah,
so you got them
tassels. I tell you what, it's pretty nice though. I like the wave effect on the material. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's like ribbon you'd buy from a corner shop, isn't it? They're like, what's the cheapest thing we can use for this?
It's like the straps that you'd put on a suitcase from the market.
So these are my favourite things. I'm going to figure out a way to do these as a giveaway.
I mean,
use these as a little giveaway.
Hang on, why aren't you modelling all of this?
I was going to, but I wasn't sure if the mic could pick it up. I'll put it all on. Fuck it.
Yeah. Let's see. Not? Put the Masonic stuff on. Let's see if anything bad happens. Right.
Just get struck down. Go on, give a little. This is going to piss me off because this is going to be a bit too fucking.
He's putting his Masonic fanny pack on the front. It's like.
No.
Is it?
This was obviously from a fatter gentleman.
It looks. I've never seen a skinny Mason.
No. Right, I'm actually going to have to, because this has gone as far as the thing will go. I'm going to have to lift it up over my hip bones and try and rest it there and tuck my hoodie into it to hold it on, because
this Masonic fanny pack envelope bag thing was definitely meant to be worn with Pickle Rick pyjama bottoms.
Yes, mate. I've been to Primark, innit?
Those go very well.
Yeah, what I like
definitely
about this
not what my
is that someone can go on.
Definitely
not what.
Nothing.
You're going to insult me, I presume. Do you know how comfortable these? Mate, go to Primark and buy anything of the pajamas from Primark. They're fucking like £8, £9, dirt cheap and well comfy.
Mate,
warm. It saves putting the heating on me.
Mate, do you know where I live in a tower block in London, right? So I already live in quite possibly the most flammable building on the planet. What I don't need to team that up with is the most flammable clothing on the planet.
Yeah, but when you put them, every time you put them on, you hear a little Bangladeshi kid whisper, "Help," as your leg goes through each leg, and then you hear it again going, "Help." That's amazing how they get it in there. Because it used to be you wear static from your clothes as you're putting it on.
Yeah. No, it's just the screams of...
not even the screams, the hushed whispers.
Children.
Yeah. Look at him.
Those are like O.J. Simpson Masonic gloves. I like that. That's like for the conspiratorial golfer. For the man who looks to get a hole in one before he causes
I'm not
the
sure.
fall of
I
the
think
Twin
some
Towers.
of this is quite ceremonial. I don't know if they'd wear it every day. Like I said, I've not read through the whole thing. But
Oh, that looks
I'm not
like it
even
was
sure.
from
I think this goes round your neck.
No, that's like a sash from the Masonic version of Miss
A
World,
sash.
where they have the
Oh, yeah. They're like, oh, here's Mr. Devon.
yeah.
Mr. fucking Michael's Lodge, number 10639.
Are you in
North
trouble?
Cornwall Province.
Are you going to be in trouble for wearing all of this? Is someone watching you
I
from
don't think
outside?
you get cursed.
No.
Like that, if that's what you mean.
All right, okay.
Is that what you mean?
I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know if you're
I
dabbling
hope no
in
one's
dark
watching me
arts
from
here.
outside. No, I don't know. What's in this one? Nothing in that. That's empty.
Is that just a leather pouch?
Yeah, shitloads of leather pouches.
I'd be suspect of this. Did you just
Quite
smell
nice
that?
leather
Did you
pouch.
just smell that?
See if it's real leather. Smells like real leather. Doesn't feel like it though.
Ah, it's the Masons. If he wasn't like tier 33, I bet he's fucking. That's PVC. It's fuck that. I keep dropping this vape.
This one is PVC.
See, told you, he's lower
Then
level.
we've got a load of medals.
Oh, mate, send us a medal.
I was gonna send you a glove.
Mate, yes.
You fucker.
What have you done there?
Oh, the medals have spikes, bro.
Yeah, of course they do. They have pins to stick the fucking medal into your chest. You daft cunt.
Fucking hell.
What do you think they stick with? Blue tack?
I shouldn't have squeezed them.
See, I told you they could be cursed. I knew I was asking questions for the right reason.
I'll send you the medal if you want a medal. I don't know which one we'll send you. I'll send you the one with the least amount of silver in.
Oh, wait, am I not worth it?
No.
I could tell you right now, none of those have silver in. You may as well send me them all, mate.
You got this one here. Look at these. These ones are obviously important. President, he was the president. I have looked through these, but not for months. President, roll of honour. This is a terrible audio thing, isn't it, really? Just me jangling things.
We can't hear the jangling either.
Oh, yeah. Bit of jangling in the background just to break up the noise. What else do we have?
Do some ASMR jangling into the microphone.
Oh, why not? I'll scrape them on the microphone. That's the Masonic ASMR.
That's beautiful. Our listeners will really appreciate that sound.
Right, so there's a shitload of medals that are worth buttons. More sashes as well.
Laddie's got. Oh,
what
mate, I'll have a sash. I'll have a fucking sash.
I'll sort you the sash and a medal then.
I think that sash goes well. No, whoa, hang on, because you've got the wrong sash on with that belt. You should have that sash on with that fucking bag.
Yeah, no,
It's Dress Jack episode. Yes, take the sash off. Take the one you've got on off.
Take it off. Put
the other one.
Right, we've got this sash.
This is like one of them.
It shouldn't feel as confusing as what it does to put on.
Do you remember the odd like flash games and that you would play on computer at school when you were meant to be doing shit in ICT?
Yeah, like bloody Pingu and that.
Yeah, but they always had one where you could like
torture Bin Laden.
Dress characters and stuff, and it would always be like some dodgy fucking like Japanese lass, and you would like dress in different outfits and shit, and you'd see like the weird kids in the end of the class playing them. I feel like this is what I'm doing now.
Try and make love to pigeons. You've got to try and woo a pigeon and woo a horse, like romantically, like get involved with a horse and try and trick it. The whole point of the game is to trick the horse into falling in love with you at school. Do you not remember that one?
Have you made this one up?
No. This is a real game. You could Google it and find it. There was one for a pigeon as well. There's a new exchange student at your school and it's a pigeon, and you're in love with the pigeon and you've got to try and shag the pigeon.
I am.
That was one of them sort of like Chinese or Japanese games.
I'm invested.
But anyway, here's another sash.
That is it, mate. See, now we'll look at this. With the blue on blue. Well, is that a fucking? That's an emergent. Is that an emergency service?
It looks like a police thing, doesn't it?
It does. I think you're wearing a Masonic copper's sash.
Maybe we'll have to read some more of the book to find out. I'll take a quick picture. We can post it in the stories on Truth Seeking. Or on the Patreon, so you can sign up to Patreon.
Sign up to Patreon, and
you tell them the Patreon thing while I try and take a picture.
I don't know the Patreon thing. I'm guessing
Patreon.com/truthseeking.
There you go. See, I knew it all along. I'm guessing what you would do is just go on Google and search Truth Seeking Patreon.
You could do.
What
a terrible time to have a timer on.
If you start subscribing, Jack will send you weekly poses in this Masonic. in this Masonic,
Yeah.
and then as it
But it won't be
progresses.
like my OnlyFans though. Everything will be covered with this lovely little tassely thing.
Okay. But when it progresses and it snowballs and we make actually some sort of money, we'll basically just invest in more cult slash like secret society shit, and dress Jack up in it, and then we'll keep this going, and
This
that
one,
could
I
be
like this
some
one's
weird
my
angle.
favourite.
What would we most like to see you in? I like that one. It's like Chicago Bulls. Is that Michael Jordan's fucking St.
No,
Michael's?
St. Michael's, yeah. It's his lodge.
It's red as well. Like, is that literally Michael Jordan's Masonic sash you've got there?
And we got this as well, a tie.
Oh, here it goes,
Which is
man.
already tied as well.
Ah, he was a suave man. He knew what he was doing. He didn't have
Yeah,
time to mess about. He was in and out them Masonic lodges. Did no dilly-dallying, always on business.
But my plan was I was going to stuff one of these gloves and put it coming out of a frame like the enemy on Super Smash Bros. Melee when you finish the story mode. And I was
Never played
thinking that, oh, that's awful. Like that's awful, man. Really?
Yeah, man. I'm not
That's
a
mad,
fucking.
that.
I'm not a Mario.
Are you
Like,
not? Oh.
not really. Like, I also never had Nintendo shit apart from a Game Boy.
Oh, fair enough.
You genuinely sound sad for me there.
It was a good game, mate, and it made me think that you'd never had a GameCube and that, which had some of the greatest games ever made on it.
I didn't have a GameCube.
But that's besides the point, and not very enjoyable again. But these gloves are mint.
Those are absolutely sick, and I would be wearing them all. I don't know how they're still white because I'd wear them shits every day. Those are literally like Masonic golf gloves.
Yeah, man. But I was thinking I might stuff one of them coming out of a frame and maybe stuff them both and then give them away to a listener or something. But I'm not too sure.
No, don't do that. I'd rather buy them off you. I would genuinely rather buy those and wear them because just to like if
they feel so nice.
If
as well.
people caught us like and just like saw the logo and looked up, I'll just give them the nod.
Yeah. Just keep doing different nods at every person until you get the right reaction.
Yeah, well, no, just give them the nod. Just give me a nod.
I thought you was trying to show me a code there on your arm or something, like another symbol.
No,
he just flashed his tattoo.
Just felt a bump and was making sure I wasn't dying.
But I think that'll do for this briefcase. There's more stuff in it, like these things, but it does show the gentleman's address, and I probably need to dispose of those, like shred them.
Well, you don't.
But I don't think the auction house should have really given me these, but they did.
I don't see any reason why not. What else?
I've got
is there anything else
list
of use?
of members.
Oh, that's use. Read some out.
No, I'm not going to read these.
Yeah,
names out.
just not. Not addresses. Just read some names out.
Well, we'll alternate between first and surnames on each one, so it's not giving away anything. Because some of these might still be alive.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
We got Graham, Trevor.
I want full names.
No, I'm not going to give full names. Man. I don't
you
think
don't.
that's...
There's no such. What do you mean? There can't be any trouble.
There could be. This is a fucking. I don't know who's like what the thing is behind these of just reading names. Aren't these supposed to be secret? Brother A. Weed. Oh, there is a thing in here about marijuana as well.
All right, what about it?
I remember because I just see one of these guys is called something Weed, Dave Weed or something. Brother A. Weed. Right. Yeah. I can't remember what it says about marijuana. But should we crack on with the episode, eh? We got some things to fucking.
Yeah, the devil's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, the devil's finally gone.
She's been working though for a very long time. She was trying. Yeah, from fucking Benidorm, Sticky Vicky.
Yeah, she's also dead. Yeah. The world's greatest family entertainer.
The world's greatest ping pong server.
Fruit.
Terrible backhand.
Banana peeler. Snail trailer. All of the above. She's dead. I don't know what she had to do with. Do you reckon she had anything to do with Henry Kissinger?
I reckon they were the same person, bro. Them two and the guy from the Pogues who's just died. All dying in the same week seems a bit suspicious, doesn't it?
It fucking does, doesn't it, man?
There's a man who's travelled the world talking to everybody, and then there's a song that a lot of people seem to have a problem with, but still gets played on the radio every year. So could that be because everybody in the know at the radio stations all know it's actually Kissinger's song, and they can't not play it because it upsets him because it's his vanity piece. and it makes him feel good about himself.
Mm.
Plus, even young children knew who Sticky Vicky were.
Also, Sticky Vicky, renowned for disrespecting ping pong balls, and as we all know, the great continent of Asia, the best at ping pong. So that's just a spit in the face at all which is again exactly what Henry Kissinger did, was spat in the face of Asians.
Yeah, sending Americans over to Korea to try and be like, nothing's going on there yet, but if you go now, we'll give it a couple of years, we'll all be over soon.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's no redeeming qualities about the bloke.
I don't know. I don't know. He was good friends with Chairman Mao.
There's the argument, I was going to say, there's the argument that he strengthened the ties or de-escalated the issues between the USA and Russia and China. But 3 out of fucking like 500 or whatever doesn't count as any good deeds, I don't think. You ask the great nation of Cambodia how they feel about Henry Kissinger.
They're buzzing, mate. They're buzzing. They've got a surplus of grenades, rocket launchers, machine guns that they can rent out to tourists at farms.
Yeah, and then cows that can get blown
Built
up.
whole economies over it.
Yeah. I wish. I don't know. I want to find something funny to say about Kissinger, but they're just fucking. It's hard. He's literally one of them people. Like usually, like Epstein, no problem. Like fucking, like dictators.
He threw a good party.
Exactly. No, dictators, no problem. Like fucking can laugh and joke about all of them. Great time, great set of lads. Idi Amin, fine bloke. Love to give himself a nice nickname. Loved a nickname. Kissinger. There's fucking naught funny to say about him. The bloke's just a fucking cunt. Like, his whole career is just a trail of being a fucking vindictive...
Utter destruction.
Yeah, man.
I learned about him for half an hour just for this chat, and just from what I learned there, I was like, this man is responsible for so many deaths.
Yeah.
He is... We've said the analogy a lot, but he does seem to be that guy that would run around at school going, Jimmy's having a fight with Jack. Oh, yeah, Jack's having a fight with Jimmy. But Jimmy and Jack don't know that they're going to be fighting each other. Jimmy and Jack aren't even in the same room or at the same end of the school at this point.
We don't know each other.
Yeah, we've never met.
Yeah.
But Kissinger's like, oh, these two would really give a good scrap and get an audience going. And then whilst that's happening, he's going round pickpocketing everybody watching it.
Yeah, doing deals,
so we
doing
can sell them.
Deals.
Yeah, so we can sell them stolen things
He's
to
like,
someone else.
If you give me your Twix, I'll make sure you're at the front of the group to watch the fight. And I'm like, all right, sound, I'll give you me Twix. All right, sound. If I go and takes the Twix to someone else, I'm going to give you this Twix. You're going to give me 2 of your fags. I want them 2 Lamberts there. And I'll make sure you're at the front of the fight. And he's just stepping on everyone's toes, doing cross deals, snowball until he gets to the top. And
then he's going to someone else going, I'm going to make sure that he's at the front of the fight so you can get a sly punch on him when everyone else thinks it's Jack or Jimmy's getting a shit swinging. So that he gets that other little bit of action there. That seemed to be his whole thing. Friend A needs this, friend B has it, but friend A and B aren't on speaking terms, so he needs to go through friend C to do what's that song in the Mr. Hanky Christmas Pooh song? Vicariously. He used to do business deals vicariously.
Oh, yeah. And the thing is about him is usually someone like that, or someone who's created that much destruction, looks somewhat imposing or actually looks to be a scary person. He looks like you could kick fuck out of him. Like, no problem at all. He looks like a bloodhound. Like,
yeah, he got that face like that cartoon dog, innit?
Yes, literally like...
One that speaks like... like that sort of voice. I can't remember his name, though.
Do that voice again. Do you mean Droopy?
Droopy, yeah, I think so.
That was literally the dog. That's him, yeah.
Is that his name?
That's fucking... Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if somewhere down the line that was fucking based on Kissinger.
Yeah.
But, evil cunt, quite surprised to find the ties with Sticky Vicky.
Well, it's just because they both died in the same week, and I thought it's a bit of evidence that there are only a few people alive in the world, and they all share masks and wear masks to portray these groups of people, and that would explain why a few celebrities will die within a week.
I don't.
World-renowned figures, should we say, not celebrities. Like, I'd never really heard of Henry Kissinger. He's a world-renowned figure, but I wouldn't say he's a celebrity.
Oh.
Sticky Vicky, probably not a celebrity.
No,
but
come on. National treasure, Sticky Vicky. It'd be a disservice to it to call her just a celebrity. That's not fair on the woman. That woman, like David Attenborough, Stephen Fry, Sticky Vicky.
I would not put David Attenborough up the top there, but I've started to develop a real thing against him recently, just because I watched that Planet Earth 3, and he just looks he looks like he's evil, bro. I know he's old. Dead? Yeah, he just looks evil though. He just looks like he's been mean.
Yeah, well, imagine.
He always looked quite nice and happy. And
because
just,
imagine, right? And
Chris Packham's trying to take your job and dance on your grave while you're alive. Yes, that would annoy you.
Imagine you'd been putting shit out on the telly for 50 plus years, and for like 40 plus of those years, because you'd
never got invited to Epstein's Island.
You realised very early that it was mainly our fault, that all the cool shit was dying out and ceasing to exist, becoming extinct and whatnot. So for years and years, initially, very happily, and then ever increasingly more seriously, started trying to convince the public, here, we probably should need to do something about this. The polar bears are dying, and then year after, the polar bears are still dying, and then the year after, there's really not many polar bears left, so on and so forth. When you got to the age he is now, you'd be I'd be livid. I'd look worse than him. Imagine, before you carry on,
go on.
Imagine, God fucking forbid, this podcast is still going in 50 years.
Imagine.
I don't think it's possible. I don't think either of us will be alive.
No, I'm middle-aged for my family now.
Oh, I am gone. Checked out.
Dead in 50.
Checked out mentally. The body might survive it, but the head will have already ended the body long before that. In 50 years' time, if this was still going, and I was still having to say to you every week, no, not everyone's a demon. And then not
it's funny you say that though, because I have wrote that down about Kissinger on the next page.
Oh, but this is the one instance, mate, where I'm actually in a fucking agreement. We'll dive into it in a sec. But if I was still doing that in 50 years, I would look like Attenborough.
Just tired. Just that enough.
Just exhausted.
There's no guarantee that I could prove to you in 50 years that you're wrong and that these people are demons without actually invoking these demons myself and bringing about some form of destruction or terror, which I wouldn't want to do because that would scare me and make me like panic and shaky.
I think you'd probably have done it by accident in some point over those 50 years.
David Attenborough's probably been proved wrong, because if he's been going, the polar bears will be dead in 10 years and there's still a few polar bears knocking about.
He hasn't been saying 10 years. You're making that up. You're sticking
I'm being a bit hyperbolic, Jimmy, for the sake of the listeners' entertainment.
No, you're making things up.
Hyperbole.
Hyperbolic sounds like some sort of steroid that they do down at the gym, my gym.
It's hyperbolic steroids. Yeah, you've got to take 50 grams of it.
You've got to do it one of them guns that you use to put like fucking sealant round a bath.
On the tiles. Yeah. You've got to inject one litre of hyperbolic steroids.
Yeah, straight into your mate, straight into the good arteries, in the good ones.
Yeah.
Kissinger being a demon?
Yes, that's on my next page. I was wondering if he was a demon or a god, and he was just trying to invoke some gather a tribute of some sort. Because you could argue that there's a lot of death in and around his name.
Oh,
not specifically in his name, but in the purpose that he had. It's like purpose for the listener there in air quotes, because supposedly he had a purpose he then decided to sort of go against as he got older.
He strikes me as another, and I know we bring him up every show, but he strikes me as a tool like Epstein.
He's definitely an asset. I've wrote that down. He seems like, again, half an hour's research, but he seems like some form of, maybe not CIA, a bit early for the CIA to
above all that. Above
doing
all
that.
that,
Yeah, like the big days sort of fucking.
but he
Because
is
I
the
imagine the OSS still exists, and that's the thing above, or some level of what the OSS was. They were like, look, we figured some stuff out here, so let's make everybody think we're now the CIA, but we take a back step, and we'll do this with all the Germans, whilst the CIA gets seen as kind of that sort of the room you see when you go into the butcher's that smells of pork, and you see the little bit of the back room, and you can just kind of
you
make out
said
the
you
kettle,
can't
but
smell
nothing
pork.
else. Well, I'm saying when you can smell pork, to try and build the image, because obviously for me, when I'm in a butcher's, the butcher's I would go in, I know what the back room looks like. I've been in there. But for you, you might not have been in the back room. You can just see the kettle through the doorway.
Oh, right.
You
Is there a
don't know
kettle,
that
is
there's a
there?
sink. Yeah, you don't know there's a sink around around the corner, and a stool. Do you know what I mean?
Shouldn't be shitting out the back of there, mate.
Well, it's best place for it. You got to keep an eye on the till.
um, uh, like, yeah, maybe even above them though, because like Kissinger's, I don't even know who he'd be working for, because it's almost like he relishes like being the chess player himself. Like it's almost as if he like he was hired for a job to start with, for his like ideas, his like real politic ideas, and his like fucking all his neoconservative sort of beliefs and shit. And people were like, right, we can hire him for this job because he's aligning with all our beliefs and stuff. And then he became this necessary evil. And then instead of sort of playing it for the game, the original like aims that he set out, or why he was really hired, he just carried on playing because he was really fucking good at it, and there was no one else as evil as him to match him. Yeah, yeah. And he was like, he found his calling.
Get the job. He didn't go for the job. He didn't apply for the job that he initially got. He just got the job because he was at a decent university in America and he could speak German. He'd already shown he was intelligent, and they needed an anti-Nazi something or other. They knew he'd be anti-Nazi because he was Jewish. He was part of elite counterintelligence unit, which sounds pretty cool.
Does sound
cool.
Honest,
it sounds a good name for a group, innit? Like a little group to be a part of.
The elite anti-terrorism.
Have you never thought though that during World War II maybe we was invaded by aliens and they just took the role of let's say we're Nazis? Like historically now, history's been rewritten.
Yeah,
or we'll say that Nazis.
Let's say.
Well, yeah. So they're like Hitler. Hitler was. They made up like Hitler and all of that, but realistically, what actually happened was they were all aliens, and the aliens won and convinced us and built the towers and stuff and the obelisks around the world to emit signals to fry our brains and keep us thinking that humans are the only thing here. But actually, it was aliens, and then these other aliens got scooped up along the way. One of them being Kissinger, others could be other people. Maybe Epstein was one of them. I don't know. Other people. And then they're like, right, we're going to use these. I can see your face because I think you know where I think I'm going with this, but I'm not. I'm trying very hard.
I haven't said anything.
Very hard to not make it sound like that. So don't look at me like that. And it's sort of, there's just, I don't know, these people or entities that are much stronger than us or have had spirits put inside them through the soul cooking or whatever. Like, is it Miriam, that old woman who messed about with Lady Gaga or something, made her paint on the walls with blood?
Oh, the fucking, is it Abramovich or whatever her name is?
Miriam Abramovich, something like that.
Yeah, the mad artist.
Yeah, Milodovich or something.
She's a fucking artist, just a mad artist, crazy woman who just makes money out of being shot.
Telling people she's not a witch. Talk to the demons.
She's not a witch. But
okay. Oh, it seems very dismissive if you mean it. But
I mean, what? I sound dismissive.
Having not even knowing the woman's name. I mean, I've got,
I sound dismissive now. Wait until I respond to what you've just been talking about for fucking past 5 minutes.
Do you not think there's something in that though? Because they always say history is written by the victors, and if aliens did win and enslave the world, surely they would be like, right, we need to make them all believe that there was a weird group of Germans and all this other stuff, and we won't tell them that it was us. We'll just change it all and make them believe it by building these machines.
There's never been a time in this world. There's never been a time in this world for the last God knows how many thousand years since man have been around that we haven't been at war somewhere on the planet. Why does this war have to have been done by aliens and not, as all of the evidence would point to, and as history would point to in every way, shape or form, be a war of humans.
Okay. Well, my rebuttal to that one would
Would be I've made it
we'd
all
never
up.
we never had a world war until 1900s,
That's
early
bullshit.
1900s.
That's
We had
bullshit. That's
no,
bullshit. No, no, no,
by
no,
the
no,
name,
that's
by the name, the Great
Yeah, we
War.
made that. Yeah, we made it.
So
That's
that's
just
World War One.
marketing. That's just
And then-
marketing to make it sound good. But there's been loads of wars where loads of countries were involved.
Okay, but 30 years after that ended, we had World War Two, which
Yeah, a
seems to have
sequel.
been
You've got to have a sequel.
yeah. But that's it. Normally they'd come in a trilogy. That's all the best things come in a trilogy. You know, they need a good way to round them off, don't they? Not that I'm trying to will on World War Three, but my point being, maybe that was the first one. And they were like, look, this was bad, but we need to make out like the last one was worse before this. So we'll call that one the Great War, but just call this World War Two. And then we'll make out that they've been at it for generations, but really they haven't. We came in, we started it. They were all living peacefully, you know, knocking about with each other.
These ones aren't funny.
What these shows?
No.
Oh.
These theories.
No.
What happens is we have 25 minutes of Kissinger demon class crack. Loved it. Mint. Masonic suitcase. Loved it. Mint. Like the fucking the other things we've darted off on. Mint. Then it's a 15-minute explanation of a very obvious and very easily explainable and documented historical event. Extremely well documented.
Because
Some would say
exactly.
one of the
Too well documented.
No.
That's what some would say. Some would say too well documented. See, I'll finish your sentence for you, Jimmy. That's how long we've known each other. And that's because it was written by the aliens.
I'd say most people would say it was sufficiently documented for given the advances in technology at the time and the scale of the fucking conflict. So, Damon Kissinger, sound on with it. I've got you all day long because that works out. There's a man there that's more evil than anyone I think possibly ever met. He's definitely, because the thing is, right, like with Kissinger, like if you want to talk about the OGs of evil, right, let's go fucking Hitler, let's go Stalin, he's up there, let's go like Pol Pot, Mao, all of them, all the fucking the good guys, you know, the big dogs,
the top scorers.
Yeah, but they were also the top people of their in their country. Like they were the leaders. Like the even more fucked up thing about Kissinger, right? He weren't even leader. Like,
does that not make him a bit more of a humble man? And he's like, I don't need the credit, boys.
No, it makes him worse because he's not even the one getting the most gain out of it.
Well, that's the thing. From what this guy was saying, I was listening to, it doesn't seem like he was getting much out of most of it towards the end. It was just a lot of running around trying to chase his tail for all these other people.
Fucking
just
things up.
Helping out his mates, basically. These people that had become his friends who he was initially afraid of because of the power they had. And he wanted their power, and then he ended up with their power and control over people because he had them in his pocket. And then other people saw him as what he used to see these others as. So he was constantly trying to maintain that level of power just to save face.
Yeah, I just don't get...
What do you think's worse? Sorry, what do you think's worse than Kissinger being sort of almost responsible? We can't put it all at his feet, can we? But he's responsible for a lot of the conflict. Seems to be somewhat his responsibility, just from G'ing up his mates, being like, "Yeah, Mao said this, you know, last night." While we were watching that lad make shoes.
You've literally now got us thinking that like these, that like the UN meetings where they all have the G20 summits and that. Now you've got us thinking those are just schoolyards.
Yeah, the bell rings
Kissinger's running over to Putin.
Trying to nick a cig round the back, and Hitler comes around and he's like, "Hey,
Vlad, fucking." Xi Jinping's over there saying your tanks don't even work. He's saying he keeps just going Ukraine 1, Russia 0. What are you gonna do? It goes back over to fucking Xi Jinping. Yeah, Vlad over there. He says you don't even have spoon factories that churn out Instagram content. And he says even if you did, he wouldn't watch them. Oh, what do you think about that one?
Nixon, do you want half on this? No, of course you don't.
Right, we'll carry on. What's worse?
Oh, yeah. Do you reckon it's worse that he was somewhat responsible for all of them? Or do you reckon like mental serial killers that just kill strangers in the street and torture them? Because that's more of a personal touch.
Oh, he's much worse.
Like in the realms of evil, though.
He's much worse.
Okay.
I think purely for a scale, like serial killing to a degree, it's like it's an impulse. Like that is with most people, or with fucking most of the ones that I've at least read and watched about. Like it's an impulse. It's not like it's almost not a choice. Like they have to do it. It's an obsession. Whether it's a fetish, that in some cases, yes. They feel compelled to do this, and like, do they want to kill the entire world? No, I don't think so. They just have to feed this obsession.
Just kill all the women that look like their mum.
Yeah.
Whereas Kissinger seemed to want to kill everyone that maybe didn't quite look like him.
Anyone that had a mum once upon a time in any way, shape or form. And like, that's the thing with him, is it weren't just the people he impacted at that point, but like Cambodia literally referred, like, after him and after the fucking entire fallout from the back of the disaster that he caused, like, called their society, they referred to it as going back to year zero, just like starting out again, because, like, as a new country, because they had nothing. They had to literally build not just their country, like, structurally, they, like, everything, their entire history was lost. Like, they had no identity.
Cambodia harder.
Yeah. Cambodia 2. I don't, a bit, not even bigger. It's not bigger, smaller, decimated.
Return of the Cambodia.
Yeah. Not even Judgment Day, because Judgment Day happened during fucking Kissinger's fucking time. I was going to say Rain, but this is it. It feeds back to the point. He wasn't.
That's the thing. For a very long time, from what I heard, he didn't have a job.
No.
He wasn't employed by anybody.
He wasn't employed by anyone. No.
Yeah, he was in this elite counterintelligence in Germany, and then that finished, and then that was like it for his employment, supposedly. For what I heard, I'd like to say I've done half an hour, but
yeah.
You're very up on this.
No,
You seem to be. Well, you was excited when he died, anyway.
Oh, mate,
which made me think you knew a lot about him.
He's someone that, again, someone else that always comes up. He's someone that when I first got into Adam Curtis and that, I'd only heard Kissinger's name in things beforehand, no sort of idea as to who he was. But when I first started getting into like Adam Curtis documentaries and other documentaries off the back of that, and reading into sort of things like Team B, the B team, or Team B, or whatever it is, like Paul Wolfowitz and all the gang who were fucking basically doing the sort of secret regime colonial bidding for America during this time, the time of Kissinger and shit. He was the other name. It was Wolfowitz and Henry Kissinger off the back of all that media. They were the two names that were like, you are the two of the most evil people in the world. And
Wolfowitz is a much cooler name, though.
Wolfowitz is definitely like that is an evil name, innit?
Yeah, I would want him to have run his own private militia, and he has Wolfowitz Industries on the sides of the helicopters.
Like, imagine, like, if fucking Russia's is fucking gay, basically. Wagner. Calling their fucking private military
after
thing
an
Wagner.
X Factor, yeah.
After
an X Factor contestant.
The hairy, bearded, fake rocker, lycra wearing Wagner, yes, who now does cameos. I don't know if you want to get a cameo done by Wagner.
No.
You and him should collab. Why don't you and him collab?
As a listener, maybe you want a cameo from me.
No. Why don't you and Wagner do an OnlyFans collab?
Oh, imagine.
Well, you wear grey sweatpants because he wears spandex,
he wears his
doesn't
lycra. Yeah. I talk about rats and he talks about songs.
He sings about your rat.
Oh,
mate.
People would like that. Yeah.
This is a business podcast. I've mentioned
it's a crossover. Yeah.
This is... If anyone would like to help fund this, look for the Truth Seeking Patreon. Don't go to Jack's. Jack's got fucking loads of money.
That's not true. Don't be trying to make people rob me. That's not true. Jack just can't concentrate on one thing for more than a week.
He's got a dog bed and a bust on his fucking table in the corner there, in the dresser or cabinet. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Oh, it's like a phrenology head. I got it for my girlfriend for Christmas a few years ago.
Phrenology head.
That's about all we have in the room. They're like, there's not the other corner is just stuff I've made.
No, there's a Masonic briefcase.
Oh yeah. But that's more of a work thing anyway.
And I imagine that canvas has got a rather, I don't know.
Beautiful painting.
Is it a paint? And I imagined it would be some sort of spider diagram that you were keeping, like you'd done nice, like you know what I mean. Yeah, you'd been building.
I think I've got some of them under the couch though.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
And probably a few more under the bed.
Yeah, I imagine so. Yeah.
I got a really bad migraine a couple of years ago and thought I'd figured out time travel, and I wrote that down as a diagram.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This is something else that
it doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
That's Truth Seeking Patreon content.
Okay.
Yeah, if for the people that pay us money.
For that one person. So if you want to ruin it for the one person who's joined and be the second person who gets to enjoy absolutely nothing on our Patreon, then that's patreon.com/truthseeking, because I don't think we've ever uploaded anything there.
We haven't, but we'll start. Don't worry.
Yeah, we probably should.
We probably should. Don't worry. Why would you ruin our marketing tactics like this? I've dropped that vape for the 16th time now. Yeah, it's all right. It is what it is. It works. That's how I can tell it works. Is I keep dropping it because I'm fucking high, man. I don't know what a sign.
He used to work in a brush factory.
What, Kissinger?
Yeah, that was his first job when he came to America. His mum was like a caterer. His dad was a postman, and he was cleaning brushes in a brush factory.
Makes sense because he's an abrasive little cunt himself.
Oh.
Hey.
Do you reckon he's partly responsible for the idea of the New World Order? Because he was kind of making a web amongst everybody, connecting everybody and everyone's interest. Do you also think maybe he made up global warming to some degree?
No.
Okay.
You had us in the first half.
And environmentalism as a means of going, look, you can compete with this country without necessarily killing people, because I can't let you kill their people because they're busy killing this guy's people over here because this guy needed to spend money on weapons for this guy over here to make money. I don't think
anything anything environmentalist works with Kissinger's ideas, which were blowing up and blowing holes in as many things as possible, using fucking rocket...
Making open space, though, and giving stuff back to nature.
Yes, but all of those rockets are powered by, in some way, shape, or form, fossil fuels. And all the trucks and transport that bring them there, and all the helicopters that they're fucking, loaded onto, all that shit. So, environmentalism, not his brand. Recreating the environment, reshaping it by putting fucking giant craters in the bastard, yes. But coming back
increasing the Earth's surface area there, actually more land,
decreasing it. But he's actually burrowing inwards.
But if you put a dent into something, it makes more surface area.
Yeah, I suppose, until that thing becomes smaller all of the way around.
But then you've got all these little divots.
Oh, one large one called Syria. Well, in his case, the biggest Cambodia. But New World Order, yes, he's one of the fucking figures that, again, him and Wolfowitz, they're almost proof that above government and above agencies, there are a group of people that exceed all of that. So they're not just bound by nationality. They're not just bound by, I'm not going to say political ideology because some of them might be, political party. So they don't have to be Democrat, Republican, Tory, Labour, whatever.
It's just the greater good of whatever they've decided is the greater good.
Yeah. There's people above all of that have enough power and enough money, way more than fucking most of the politicians that we know of. Way more, Kissinger and them.
Probably more than anybody recorded, I would imagine.
This is what I mean. They
because
were
it's probably
representing...
not even really their money, but people can't say no to them when they say, I need this. Yeah. So they've got infinite money.
Yeah.
Infinite people, infinite resources. Which makes you think, what is it they're trying to accomplish? Which makes me think, maybe, that group of old men from the X-Files is close to reality. And they're all trying to secretly squirrel away at something else, be it bunkers underground because they're scared of nuclear bombs and maybe someone figured out something about nuclear bombs where, yes, it is going to constantly cause a chain reaction, make the world get hotter quicker and quicker and quicker and quicker until we all slowly fry. That's why they set them off on the other side of the world to give the Americans as much time as possible.
Um, I, I think that most of it is, again, like you just said, old rich men, old rich white men for the most part, but that's not exclusive. There's lasses involved as well. There's all nationalities involved as well. Not all. I imagine there's some nationalities not represented at the New World Order table. Can't imagine there's that many Inuits involved in the New
No,
World Order.
probably not many Ethiopians either, or
Nah, they seem pretty.
you
They
know.
just seem pretty more rooted than that. But
Mm.
Kissinger and them, like, and the people they represented, the people they worked for. Yes, you're right with the fucking whole. Yeah, they have enough money and enough power, to shape the world in such a way that they can create precautions for themselves for the consequences of whatever they're going to cause, like you say, whether it's underground bunkers, where we heard there was that fucking place in New Zealand or whatever, it was building that entire fucking underground, like, city almost, or town, whatever, where it was millionaires could have all their bunkers, and, like, it was like fucking, there was loads of facilities, you know the place I'm talking about.
No, I've not heard this.
Oh, it was like, there was a Vice documentary on it a couple of years ago, and it's basically like an underground sort of town. It might not even be in New Zealand. I think there's one in New Zealand. There might be one in America. And they're literally that huge underground sort of like fucking apartments slash mansions, but all connected, like a Fallout fucking, literally like a vault from Fallout. Same sort of crap.
That's mental.
So they've got the money to do all that, but the thing is, other people who are sort of new money can buy all that shit. I think what they're really trying to do is just shape the world in a way that they want it to be.
Or a way that they think they wanted it to be 70 years ago,
No,
60 years ago,
maybe,
and then they've not moved on with the times because they're still stuck trying to fix the problems that they got stuck with then, and chasing their own tail from the problems that they'd caused trying to fix that. Whereas if they took a year off and then came back in fresh, or just went, you know what, I've had a go, let's let some other sociopath have a crack at this. You know, they drag some nutter out of a very well-performing school and like, look, you seem sufficiently autistic enough. Off you crack, sure, go for the next 30 years.
There you go. Run the computer and decide which nations have to die and be decimated so the rest can thrive.
Yeah.
Where's
there isn't
the
even
most
a computer,
cobalt?
though.
No.
A computer. It's just a pencil and a pen.
It's a
Just
fucking magic 8-ball.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The magic 8-ball says Malawi. That's
It
where
says
we're going.
try again, and T is actually the number 18, and R is 17, and they add it all up until they figure out, like, oh, it's the 78th country of the world. And then they list it in some, like, I don't know, what would they want to list it in, though?
The thing is, right, we joke about this, but that's actually a great example of probably how mad this shit is. It's like, it's a group of, like, people who have been that rich and in control for that long that they've got sucked into their own methodology, thinking that because it's made them that rich and that powerful, that it has to be the most effective and best way possible. When really they're all sat like with their fingers up their arse, just fucking sticking pencils in their ears at the same time, screaming at walls and being like, yeah, this is the way we actually solve this problem. And then we chuck the pencil at a map, and wherever that lands, we invade there. And we always seem to find oil. It's almost as if oil's fucking everywhere.
I'm pretty sure oil's everywhere. I'm very confident oil's everywhere.
Right. Probably trace amounts everywhere because of just fucking how things are spread out. But actual reserves that like would qualify being fucking mined, different question.
Does that not mean, though, that at one point there was some form of dinosaur genocide and there was mass graves of dinosaurs? And that there was one leader dinosaur getting about in like a trench coat, being like, shove all these Cretaceous period monsters, shove all them in the hole, shoot them all in the head, kick them off the side.
I imagine so, but I don't imagine it was anything like T-Rex because his arms are too short.
Separate periods, anyway.
Good, brilliant. Brilliant. I'm glad. I had a feeling, right, because I was going to bring up
You-
all the
I
things you
would
killed with
probably know my
Diplodocus,
dinosaurs.
but
Oh, I don't know when they're from.
I didn't want to mention it because I was thinking he's going to fucking know when the dinosaur, like which
He looks
ages
like
he's
a guy
from.
that spent a lot of time on Jurassic Park Builder.
Yeah. He's going to know
Yeah.
all this. I shouldn't delve in, and I did delve in, and I thought I can get a quick whip out of this, and I was shot down.
I don't know if what I said is true, but it was just fun to shoot you
He's
down on it.
probably right.
I think I am, but I'm not 100% sure. I think Cretaceous with Triceratops.
I think
And
crustaceans
they
are
weren't
prawns and
around.
crabs and that.
Yeah, they are. That's very astute of you.
Mate,
Look
what
at
can I
that.
say?
Yeah.
Know me seafood, man.
What else have I got? Let me see if I've got any more notes
Pick
here to
something
ask you
strong to
questions.
close with because we're on the tail end of the show. I was going to bring up my weird Instagram follow, but
Yeah, you can. You can give him a little bit of that, and then that leads me onto my new Instagram challenge to you,
brilliant.
which I want to issue the challenge to you on here, so people can goad us on.
Okay, I refuse to be goaded by anyone. I dare the public to try and goad me and see how they feel. Yeah, I get a lot of fucking mad followers on Instagram, right? I say a lot. I'm not popular. I just get bots and not followers and shit. But no, I get some fucking strange people following us. I've tried to work this one out. Where is she? Henshaw Allison 012. Henshaw Allison, right?
Mm.
5 pictures on a page. She looks late 50s, early 60s maybe. I'm guessing American.
What makes you guess American from her appearance?
Henshaw Allison
Is that
sounds
the surname?
American. Allison's the surname, and the way it's spelled.
Henshaw's the first name.
Yeah, although that could be written the other way around. This could
Maybe.
be this
Which
strikes me as
ties
an
in
AI
with the
account.
American. No, that could just be the American schooling system, though. She hasn't quite figured it out.
Maybe. I mean, she spelled Allison Alllyson, which is a fucking atrocious way to spell Allison.
Yeah,
That's
you could be
very
right there.
American.
Yeah.
But right, so I was intrigued. I got followed by this woman from across the other side of the planet. No mutuals, none of that shit. Not trying to sell OnlyFans or anything, so not like just one of them fucking mad Russian sex bot things. So I clicked on her account and clicked on her following to be like, do we follow anyone similar? And the top 100 to 150 accounts, right? Mayotte truck driver, USA Virginia truck driver, Nuku Hiva truck driver, Manahai truck driver, Madeira truck driver, and it's just she's
convoy.
fucking Googled. She's just searched for every town and the word truck driver in an account on Instagram, and just followed like they're all like 65-year-old pot-bellied Santa-looking motherfuckers, like fat, big beard, grey beard, bald head, glasses, literally all got the same fucking picture of their head, half a smile, like a sinister smile. That smile is like, it could be, hi, it's lovely to meet you. It could be, here's a gun, get in the fucking car. Like, they took these all themselves, and I imagine they upload like the same sort of selfie to Instagram every day. As a fresh
photograph.
picture.
Yeah.
As if it's not exactly the same, but you know it's the fucking same. They do the same pose every day and upload that.
In the same cabin of the same lorry.
Check
Just a slightly different bush in the background.
Czech truck driver. This bloke.
Oh, she's international.
Can you see him? I don't know if you can see him. He's covered in look at him.
Look at him, mate.
Look
He's
at him.
minted him. He wants you to know he's got money. Bet she loves
He is
him.
covered in gold. But so she follows all these truck drivers, right? They're more and more reluctant at all of these accounts. None of these people can be real. It's like AI. It's like it's all AI, and the AI is only making friends with other AI. But more importantly, why does she think I'm a truck driver?
Could it not be because of the way you post? Because you don't really post too much. When you do post, it's just to your stories, which seems like what AI and what bots do. Bots will constantly put adverts and that in the stories. Could it be something as simple as that? Could it be your shaved head?
I was hoping that I would much rather go with your first bit and hope that the AI just thinks I'm AI, because
From the way you post and the way you use the account.
I would, over the last year, I am currently the fittest I've ever been in my life. Physically, in the best shape I've ever been in my life. And if it's at this point in my life that some 60-odd-year-old daft cunt from America thinks I look like a fucking fat pot-bellied truck driver, I will throw myself off this balcony.
In an American thinking you look fat as well.
Which is a different level.
Yeah.
I've been fucking working hard. I will fucking launch myself off the 15th floor of this place. No problem. In fact, I'll go to the penthouse and jump off the top of theirs.
Go back to the Shard. Do it from there. Take a strip of AstroTurf.
There's no way I could get to the top of the Shard and still feel suicidal after those two beautiful lift journeys. They would, honestly, I could go up and down that lift all day. Like some bloke, it was the typical like middle-aged dad type bloke trying to make conversation in a lift. And we're going up and like, it goes...
Just points at the label. Schindler. He's got a little tiny red coat in his pocket and he holds it out at arm's length from you, pointing at it, going, hey, like that.
No, that's me shaking my head for the tape. But we get to the top and he's like, that was fast, eh? And usually I would never respond to someone like that because he's looking for a response. I'm like, nah, I like to make this awkward and just stare at you without responding.
Yeah.
But I couldn't disagree with him. He was like, that was fast. And I was like, yeah. And I nodded back to him going, yeah, it was, yeah. Because he's right, it was. And it's probably the best thing I've done in London since I got here.
That's mad, considering how long you've been there.
Over a year.
Yeah.
That lift was buzzing.
You need to find more lifts. It's nice to see you enjoy something, man.
Oh, mate.
Like, you joke and flirt with the idea of suicide, but you need to find some more lifts. Go to some car parks and that, and there's loads of flats. You could just go into flats. Just wait by the door, and as soon as someone leaves, just stick your foot in the door to slip in, jump in a lift. Rate them all. That could be your Instagram content, or that's what you could put on the Truth Seeking Instagram to promote
just lifts.
Yeah, just you in lifts.
Lift content.
Yeah.
Just recording.
# lift my mood. Just fucking
talking about Henry Kissinger in lifts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You film inside of lifts and then overlay the audio from these episodes. Because the people that listen will get it, and other people will be like, what the fucking hell is going on here? It'll be like listening to a schizophrenic's mind in a lift.
It already is, but we'd just be doing it in a lift.
Yeah.
All right. Well, have you got a strong point to finish with? Because we are definitely going to close after this.
I want you to bring back your words of affirmation. I want you to start working harder on that as well. You've been putting the hard work. Did you delete it?
I think so.
Oh, because I've started an account called Gammon Farmer. Since I found out what gammons are, I've been really enjoying it on Twitter.
Fucking 6 years after they were a thing, you've decided to jump on the bandwagon, have you?
I had no idea. I only heard about it. I told you when I heard about it, I was like, have you ever heard of a gammon? And you knew all about it. But I didn't know the phrase, innit? But I like it. I like them. So I've started making sort of like baity content for it.
Yeah.
British historical figures with fake quotes on the themes, and then using all hashtags to try and get them on board with little quotes saying he knew what he was talking about. Yeah. Things like Isaac Newton saying you've got to separate from the pips and things like that, because that sounds like it could be racist. It sounds like veiled racism. Isaac Newton never would have said that, but it's also got something to do with apples.
You say that.
I wanted to see, could I get more followers of gammons than you could get of yoga people?
Yoga, right? Okay.
Because we're both trying to trick people. You're trying to trick yoga people with words of affirmation. I'm trying to trick gammons.
I think that, like, I struck the affirmations at the right time. They don't seem to be or maybe it's just on my Instagram. They don't seem to be like as big of a trend anymore. Whereas the fucking Instagram posts with all the Winston Churchills and the Tommy Shelbys with like mad TikTok music and then like some quote from fucking Genghis Khan or some shit like that over the top, or lions don't worry themselves with the opinions of sheep or something like that over the top is, like you get more views on that. If you release like Epstein's fucking flight logs tomorrow, fully unedited, with all the footnotes and everything, but in the and then you did it like blank, and then someone did like released like just a YouTube short of just 5 of the names, but with Tommy Shelby background and like fucking TikTok music over as well. That would get billions more views.
Yeah, probably. It's more about how it's put together, isn't it?
It seems like nowadays people can only ingest information if there's a fucking horrible EDM tune playing that's been bass boosted. Some bloke wearing a flat cap with like a black and white filter put over the top, and then some absolutely troglodyte level literary bollocks put over the top.
Well, that's I've got the troglodyte level literary skills. So
you're smashing that.
We've got that, yeah.
You got a black and white filter?
I just need the rest. No. Well, right. I've been using black and white pictures though.
There we go.
And then the Ted Heath one. Ted Heath.
I like that one. I like the Ted Heath one.
See, that's what I'm going to go for with them. Some of them's going to be easier because I'll know more about them.
All right, we'll see what we can do with this. I can't bring words. I can't bring words. I've just dropped the vape again. I can't bring words with confirmation, but I'll find a venture.
Yeah.
I'll find the lifts. We'll
do some.
I'll find
lift content.
I'll find some lift content.
Yeah, and start putting that out, and it's just a good way for us to start advertising this as well. Because imagine if we could start advertise this to a load of autistic lads who are into lifts, and I advertise.
Oh, boys, I've got yous.
Misquoted and made up information to a bunch of angry racist skinheads. Brilliant. And then they can come and listen to this and be like, "Oh, I never knew this.
This is more things I've got to agree with now.
Yeah.
More reasons to go out in the street and be angry.
Yeah.
We're going to take this social media content to whole new levels."